It was good to get the win, first one of the year. Battled back from having a difficult loss first week and the second week, but came out this past week, had a great week of practice, and got the W, and now we're getting ready for a big rivalry game this week against Eastern Illinois.
You knew Eastern Kentucky would be somewhat of a measuring stick type game because of the respect factor you had for the opponent. Mm-hmm. So after the game, where did you feel that measuring stick kind of lined up and what you saw on Saturday?
It was a good football team, no question about it. Defensively, they flew around. They're everything as advertised. Really good up front. They're active up front. We were able to establish a run and do some good things running the football. That's where it's always going to start. Offensively, the running backs run hard. So everything we thought going into it came full effect, and they got two good, really good running backs. We were able to do a better job of running the football than they did. But the key is any game is what we were able to do on special teams, and we did a great job with field position. And we went into the game with those three phases. Got to fly around defensively, run the football, and finish forward on special teams, and it came out with a W.
So much attention goes to what happened on Saturday, but how much do you credit your team, what they did throughout game week? That's been your message all year long. It's game week. It's not just a game day. It's what you do and lead up to that. Did you feel your group all week long saw and reaped the benefits of what they did when they focused day by day?
Well, I still don't think we're where we need to be. We still have a few things here, a few things there. We got to have a clean week. When we won 5 games in a row last year, that's how it was. I mean, we had no distractions. And we've got to get those things eliminated throughout the week. This is a new week. Got to have a great week. Got a great opponent coming in here. There's a big rivalry, but it started today with the academics, and it's going to continue all through the week.
Defensively, I know that was a big talking point after the game on Saturday in response after Dayton scored 42 on the defense a week ago. Overall, in terms of just attitude, effort, flying around to the football, how did you and your staff kind of grade your defense on Saturday?
Well, I think it always starts with what your identity is. We built this with running the football offensively. If you're able to do that, it opens up some other things. Defensively, our identities fly around, play hard. Didn't feel like we did that against Dayton. That responsibility falls on myself. But I thought the defense responded. Coach Wilson did a great job putting together a great game plan. Defense came out, had a great week, had a great day, and they really made some key stops when we had to.
When you look towards Eastern Illinois this weekend, it's, as you mentioned, it is a rivalry game, and even though we were on the good side a year ago, it's been really a recent dominated series by Eastern Illinois. I think I've asked you this probably each year heading into this game, but just the importance of playing this game because two schools are really close to each other. It's great for the fan base because it engages them. It seems like it's a win-win for everybody when you can schedule this game.
Yeah, it's a great game. We're only about 30, 40 minutes apart. We go against each other in recruiting, but there's no doubt about it. The record in the last 16 years is in their favor. We were able to come up with a win, but there hadn't been a win on our side since 2004. Although there's a huge history, we've come on the shorter end of the stick the last 10, 20 years, really, for that fact. But this will be a big week. We've got a heck of a challenge. They returned their starting quarterback, Brantley, who threw for over 440 yards against us last year, had a heck of a game. He's a heck of a talent, and we're going to have a heck of a challenge this weekend.
I don't know how much you've really crossed paths with Coach Cushing, but I know he was at Northwestern for a long time. I know Pat Fitzgerald is a guy you have a lot of respect for, but also he got his start under Randy Walker, who played for your dad at Miami of Ohio. I don't know the connections maybe other than that, but what are your kind of observations of Coach Cushing and what he's trying to bring to Eastern Illinois?
Well, they got the right guy. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Coach Cushing is very well respected in our profession. Comes from as good a head coach as there is in this profession, and Coach Fitzgerald. I've known Coach Cushing for some time, come across him in recruiting. Of course, we've worked their camps up at Northwestern, but got a tremendous amount of respect how he does things, and I know he's going to do a great job there.
even though it's early on in their tenure, is there anything from a year ago when we saw Eastern Illinois, what they're doing schematically or stuff that you've really watched so far on tape that is a drastic difference from what we saw a year ago?
Well, I think you're going to see the same personnel groupings, but to say they're identical, no. But there are some resemblance, but it is a different staff, different offense. But the quarterback's back, and he's a tremendous talent. But we're going to have our hands full. They do a great job offensively. You see them doing some really good things. And, of course, last year, you can go back to that game. I mean, they went right down the field about every opportunity until we were able to tighten some things down. But put up huge numbers against us last year, so we got a heck of a challenge.
Another part of that game, which I don't want to say got lost in the shuffle, but the kicking game played a big part in that game, too. I think 3 kick returners. Dakota Caton was one of them that had over 150 kick return yards in that game.
Yep.
I think Eastern Illinois had a 96-yard kickoff return in that game. I'm sure you remember that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, you talked to your team about finishing forward on special teams. Last year was a really good example of how that kind of impacted the game.
Absolutely. I did a great job. They did a great job getting a kick, and we were able to respond. That was answering the bell. But, nonetheless, Dante Hendricks has done a fabulous job of possessing the ball, not losing field position, and finishing forward. I thought we did a better job. Almost broke one on a kick return with Dejon Collins. But it's going to be there. As long as, what we talked about, if we can finish forward, we're going to finish in the end zone. But, one more block here, one more block there, we're close. We just got to get the job done and finish.
Kind of adding on to that and being able to finish, I'm sure that's part of the keys this week. A year ago, when you went against Eastern Illinois, Ryan Boyle made his first career start in a Sycamore uniform. The growth of Ryan in over a year, when you just think of a year ago, this was the first time we got to see him as a starter full-time for Indiana State.
Absolutely. It was his first opportunity, and he just got better and better. And obviously we got the win. That was a big win for us over there, and just kind of got us going. We started getting a little bit more confidence in our offense. But that was a big day for us. It was a big program win, and obviously we were able to finish the season out with the 5 wins. But that's really what got us started.
Never want to overstate a week or really a talking point, but how important is a game right before you head into a bye week, regardless of who it is, in terms of making sure you can get a result that you can, that I don't want to say sit on because you work during the bye week, it's not off week, but how important it is to get a head full of steam into a bye when conference play is right out of the gate when you get through that bye week.
Well, I think our main focus is to try to get 2-0. I mean, really is, and then look after that. I'm not looking beyond that. I'm looking forward to getting back and to practice on Tuesday and having a good Tuesday and having a good Wednesday. But our main focus is getting this team prepared. Got a heck of a challenge this week, and how we respond. We've got a great opportunity to play at our great stadium, and whenever you get an opportunity to do that, which we've got 5 more opportunities, we've got to take the most of them.